Hey sis, so today I want to talk about the persistent guy. We have all been there. The persistent guy who we know is completely wrong for us, but we continue to entertain him because we like the attention. You know, the one that slides up in the DMs, the one that sends a text every now and then, the one that leaves the nice comments on your pictures, you know, that one. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in relationships with people who we wouldn't even have dated in the first place because we knew in the beginning they were all wrong, and then the roles reverse. You know, we're in their web eventually, and we are, you know, catering to them because we're just caught up in it. And I want to encourage you, if you know from the jump that this person is not for you, you know that this person is not anyone you would consider and that you completely are misaligned with them, then cut it out from the beginning. You don't need a distraction just because you want that attention. And I believe that when you start to understand who you are, what you're working with, what you actually want out of a partner, you won't just entertain anyone. And I also believe that guys know when they're wearing out a really attractive or a girl that, you know, has a lot of values and, you know, is someone who is a good catch. Guys know that. You know, they know that if they continue, that's like a strategy. If they continue to just wear you out, send you texts, holler at you, do all this stuff, eventually the chances are that you're gonna come around. So I want you to nip it in the bud right now. You know, just say, you know what, this person is wrong for me, shut it down. And it's not being mean. It's not you know, being someone that is rigid, or even like a lot of love stories and movies tell us, well, maybe the guy that's wrong for us could be the guy that's right for us. You know, yeah, if you didn't know yourself, but when you take the time to get to know yourself and what you want and what you're not going to settle on, and you know initially if you're having these feelings of like, hey, you're not for me, then you don't need to even entertain someone who is just going to be a distraction. He knows that he's going to be a distraction, and he's just trying to knock you off your block. And so I want to encourage you around that. Make sure you grab that freebie. It's really going to help in this area, and just continue to explore and know yourself. You know, we don't have to rush to get in these relationships. I've dated plenty of those guys who were really persistent, and I can tell you all of them end up blowing up in my face because I knew from the jump that they were not the one. I knew they were not for me, but I just got lonely and I really wanted to go out on a date and I really wanted that guy attention. But I think now, since I've been on this path to like really pursuing my purpose and focusing on trying to better my life, I don't have time to entertain someone who's just being persistent, you know. And I believe that like when we get idle like that, when we just have this time to like really, we're not about our purpose and we're not on a mission, a lot of times we make room for people who are distractions because we're not focused on our path. And I honestly believe when you're like running for it, when your eyes are fixed, your eyes are on the prize and you know what you're going for, then you're gonna find someone who's just running just as hard as you and come alongside of you and just really enrich your life, and they won't be a distraction. So on that note, you know, shut it down this week. Let me know in the comments too. Do you have a guy who's a distraction right now? Do you have someone who you know is all wrong, but you entertain them anyway? Like, how have you been dealing with it? What has been the hardest part about telling them no, or, you know, getting them to just really back off? And what do you think is stopping you within you, like, to keep holding on to somebody like that and keep having them in your back pocket? Let me know. Like I said, girlfriend, I've been there, so leave me a comment and share this with someone you think might need it. I will see you next time.